Mats and I, we're ready to just chat about these finals, which was very one-sided. Are you surprised that you see that going so quick? 3 sets for Novak Djokovic.
Well, I'm not surprised that Novak necessarily wins in 3 sets, but I think the way that it happened early on in the match, we saw, I mean, you could just go to the second point of the match where Novak hits the second serve and Nadal, for the first time that I've seen Nadal play, he chips a forehand return, and we were commentating, I was commentating, I was like, whoa, what's, and then it looked like Nadal was I don't know if he was nervous or he wasn't sure about it. Yeah, it looked a bit tight, like he didn't know what to do. Should I be physical and spin the ball high? Should I go for my shots? And he just had such a horrible start. And then you realize that, wow, Novak is really playing unbelievably well. He didn't make any mistakes. So 3 sets, maybe not a huge surprise, but the way it happened, I say it's a surprise. Got to give Rafa credit, though. He hasn't played any matches since the US Open, and I think we were all hoping for a really close match, looking at the matches they played at the Open this year.
Novak Djokovic played his best tennis at the right time today at this finals, and he made Rafa look like an average player out there.
There was no difference between the way Rafa looked today and the way that all the other opponents had looked in this Australian Open. I mean, first of all, the serve of Novak Djokovic has always been underrated, but I think that the biggest difference between when these two play on a hard court, I think, is that Novak Djokovic gets 3 points on the first serve. It looks like Nadal is not sure where to return the ball from, and Nadal doesn't get any 3 points. It doesn't matter how well he serves, where he serves. Novak seems to be able to read and anticipate where Nadal goes.
In that first set, he only lost 1 point on his serve, Novak Djokovic. I mean, that's unheard of, and it's not like that he serves like Milos Raonic.
No, he doesn't, but he just backs it up with such great ground strokes. And again, it's just something that when Novak is playing well, he definitely reads Nadal's game better than Nadal reads Novak's game.
We have to talk about that backhand cross-court from Novak Djokovic today. It was one of his signature shots out there. How does he do that? Everybody has problems with that forehand, you know, from Rafa Nadal, and then there comes Novak Djokovic, takes it early and wins so many points.
I think that's what I was hoping or thinking for us to get a good match, was to see Rafa use his forehand down the line more and go to the Novak Djokovic forehand. Yeah. But I thought he got stuck in some of those rallies, and Novak's backhand is so good. He hits so many winners cross-court, and I think the court position of Novak against Nadal is unbelievable.
Well,
I think it's a confidence thing in how he hits the ball, but I also think it's a confidence thing in, I know how to play Rafa. This is how I'm going to play Rafa. And Rafa in the past knew how to play Novak, but it hasn't worked in the last 4 or 5 years in majors. So we thought that Rafa was going to come out and play very risky tennis, but he didn't quite dare to in the beginning, it looked like. And then Novak got into that pattern, and Novak said, whoa, okay, I know how to deal with this guy. And again, Novak is unbeatable. 3 majors in a row. That's the 3rd time in his career that he's won 3 majors in a row. He's won all 4 in a row once. Well, I can wait to see Novak beat Rafa like that, but I can't wait to see them play at the French Open in May if that happens.
Well, and can you believe it? I mean, 15 Grand Slam titles now for him. And a year ago, when we were standing here and sitting here, he had to go home and have surgery. And then such a rise in the level of tennis as well. If you would compare him now, his level of tennis, to like a few years ago, how would you rate that? Where you see the biggest difference in Novak Djokovic?
I think it's cleaner now. I think he's more aggressive. I think he hits the ball a little bit cleaner. I think his forehand is more of a weapon. His forehand has always been the big decider to me. The backhand is the best, never makes a mistake. The forehand, he used to use more angles, spin it up high, and then go for it. Today, and the whole tournament, he seems to be okay, just flattening the forehand out and going for winners whenever he feels like it. To me as well, the movement. I mean, he obviously had surgery last year in February, March. He moves like he's never... I mean, it's amazing. Can he have trained that hard in that few months? I don't believe that. I think that we underrate his tactical ability and his fighting spirit. And I always said, speed starts in the heart.
Yeah.
Novak wants it as badly as any tennis player that I've ever seen.
And it's not just winning or playing to win those Grand Slam titles. He wants to go down in the history books as well.
I think
How many more does he have left in him? He's only 31 years old, and we know that Roger Federer is up to 20 Grand Slams, so he's up to 15 now. Novak Djokovic, do you think he's going to catch him?
Well, he's got 2 more this year, because it seems that Wimbledon was just around the corner when he won Wimbledon last summer. US Open was last month, it seems like, and it seemed like he hasn't lost a match all year. And then suddenly the French Open comes around, and then suddenly, so yeah, I think he's going to win another 2 this year. Suddenly that puts him at 17. Question is, can he win a Grand Slam? That's my question.
And look at Novak Djokovic there. He's celebrating with his team. This must be such an exciting moment. Also, his wife is at home. The kids were watching. The Serbian fans are absolutely going crazy back there. Well, what a tournament it was.